Hello again. A beautiful drawing today, which will be very, some of you might be very happy because some of you I know you love ballerinas. So this is one of those times that we could go back and forth with a ballerina, with the drawing of a ballerina. Now that's the head, hands, but I'll keep it as basic as possible. It's a difficult drawing. That's why I want to keep it basic. So to keep it onto the most important forms and shapes. That's a thigh, moving up, kneecap, the calf here, and then you have her foot right here, on this side, around here, just to stabilize the pad here, body, little breast here, and then you have the thigh, her thigh around here, and then you have her foot, and the other foot, and right foot, kneecap, just to so I know where we are, kneecap here, and you have her buttocks here, one, the thigh around here just goes, it's all dark, she's wearing a really, really tight dress, there you are. And then you have the foot as well. Okay, this is the basis. Now, I'll come back to it with getting a little bit sharper getting a bit sharper my charcoal. Sharper charcoal here just to make a few, getting the putty and my chamois. I think the chamois could come into use here. I always had that impression that by doing it with chamois like this, get it off and on, until I get that effect. I don't have anything specific in mind, but I want to create my own effect here. Foot, that's a heel here. That's the whole movement. Well, I'm trying to get some movement with these lines here. Some really what's the word? The strength of her foot, the strength, and also the movement of the gesture. That's the word. Just the gesture of her foot. And then you have the toes here. Then the calf. That could go a little bit darker than that. There we are. And bring it back. Dress. That's her dress, and that's her bum here. Again, this is beautiful here. That's the way that she's the tight dress that she's wearing. And this shadow, that's where the thighs are. That's where you have the thigh. She's looking low, she's looking down. A little bit of expression here on the face. Let me see. I think, yeah. No, I've just noticed that she's got a bit of a neck. And on me, the neck is becoming shrinking. So the whole face could move forward. The whole face or head moves right here. Just so on the same line as this one here. Okay, on the kneecap. So bring the face low, further away. And then you have this neck. And then you have that. A little bit of belly here. Thigh. Then you have the hands further up. Move the clip a bit further up. And hands just moving this way. Further moving that on that direction. A bit of dark lines, and get that beautiful top here of the upper muscle. Then you have the head around here with a little bit of a ponytail. Eye, nose, and a little bit of open mouth, neck, breast, bring it down here, and shadow. Ear and the forehead. Push it back and forth. Move the face a bit further away. Further, not away. Moving it down, looking down the face, just looking as low as possible, because that's what the picture shows us. Then you have the head. I probably need to make that a bit more rounded, that forehead here. There you are. And check with the putty. Make the putty a little bit more sharper, just to sharpen up the putty. I think that leg could go longer, easily, and bringing a vertical line from this to the top of the head is just right up here. And a little bit of foot and thigh. Bring back the thigh here. Shadow of, again, the thigh and the calf here. Knee cup. There's a shape of the thigh which goes something like this. Look, that's the shape of the thigh. And then there's a reflected light coming here, which you will see in the original. And that. So this is basically just a bit of background shadow here to make it a bit more of a movement, let's put it this way, a bit more of a movement. And there you have it. Thigh, bit of the muscle, the main muscle of the thigh. Bit darker here as well. And the shadow side. Again, a bit more of muscle around here, which is again the kneecap. No, kneecap, sorry. The kneecap. Kneecap is here. This is the yeah, we have kneecap here. Kneecap is right here. And that line coming right down here. Make it a bit more, a better design of the line. Getting that this shoe that she's, they're not shoes, but I don't know what they're called in ballerinas term, but obviously what they're wearing, like a shoe, let's call it shoe. And a little bit more of a bum here, a bit softer, and just a tiny line coming there. There you are. Okay, that makes more sense. And then going back to the calf here. Bit darker than that. There we are. Okay, makes more sense. And darkening the dress. I mean, you don't have to darken it, but it's nice. It makes a nice contrast. And there we are. The dress that she's wearing, I could give it a little bit of highlight, the dress, especially here on the breasts, or the front, and on the sides, and leave the core here darker. And maybe just highlight that, come back to this and highlight the back of her, or her back really. There we are. And getting back to the hand, just getting a bit more visible the thumb. And this is a thumb here, that's a thumb coming down. And then you have the small, the pinky, small finger. There you are. And getting a little bit darker here. And you have the elbow. Possibly, I'm thinking a bit of a longer hand. Yeah, why not? Let's get it a bit longer. So move the thumb here, small finger there. If you see what is going on here is that the hand is like this, like that, which means that that's her right. Sorry, no, that's her left hand, but it goes like this anyway. Left hand is doing, yeah, she's doing that. Let me see. It's her left hand. Oh, I see. Oh no, it's this way then. If it's left hand, then it looks something like this. So you have the thumb at the front. That's it. Thumb at the front. Okay, so yes, it is thumb at the front. I got confused, sorry. Thumb at the front, this is the thumb, and then you have the index finger there. Here we are, thumb and the index finger there. And what I'm thinking is to get this, why not doing that some darks here? So the reason why I'm doing this dark is basically to highlight the light on her forehead, on the lower arm, forearm. Sorry, the word is forearm. So what I'm saying is that to make the forearm look brighter, I'm here. There. And then forearm here. That's the forearm, and then you have this lower part of her arm, sorry, the elbow, and then here. Get a bit darker this one. Okay, that's looking good. So dark lines, well, as dark as possible. Then you have the neck. Bring the neck to the same, close to the same darks. It's not a necessity because the neck, it doesn't have the same darks, let's to start with. And secondly, if you do it as dark as that, you will create a very, very muscle impression, which you don't necessarily want here on the neck. That's a head, bunny, and then that's it. Now I like this, although it's something I didn't expect to be there, but that could be, well, it could be something, yeah? Movement, atmosphere. So why not do something around there? It's not a bad thing there. It doesn't exist on the original, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do it, or you shouldn't. So why not? Can go with that. Okay. And there you are here. And then darks around here. On her thigh. It looks good there. But then some highlights. Bit of highlights here. Softer. So those darks, they don't go straight there or to the line. They, before you go to the frontier where the light it actually starts developing here, you highlight, or you go and you stress those lines here, those darks here, not straight to the light. And a little bit darker here. Here the calf a bit more rounded. And then you have, there we are. So those darks, they are darks, but then they need to be somehow connected, that muscle here. And this. Come and do that. The muscle on the bum here, that you can re-emphasize, make it a bit brighter. There we are. Okay, and you know, armpit. Darken it a bit more. That's good. Looking all right there. Bit of light and a bit more delicate here, that line. Just make that line, bring it back around here. Maybe like this. This is it. And then forearm, a bit lighter. And there we are. And also a bit lighter here. That's it. That line is really nice. And emphasize this a bit more. There we are. Here. Softly doing those lines here. Merging it there with one another. And bringing that. Oops. Also the kneecap, working a little bit back and forth here, the kneecap. Highlight and highlight on the calf around here. There we are. I've just done it. Really emphasize this calf a lot more than it is on here, but I think, as I've mentioned many times, just a bit of exaggeration is not too bad. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right then, I will see you on the next video. But before I go, I will come back a little bit around the kneecap here. Bit of darks. There we are. Bit of darks here. That's where we are. And some half tones here. And then get some, lose that line here, just completely lose that line. One, a bit more of a thigh here. There you are. And a bit more rounded here. Get those darks, less dark, and make them richer in half tones. There we have the half tones here. And come back with a putty and redraw or rebring it into a surface, the kneecap. There we are. Okay. And some darker tones here. Darker. That's a nice one. So you darken the knee, you darken the leg wherever it suits you, and leave it light wherever you need to leave it light. Let's say, for instance, here. See? That's it. And then redraw that, make it a bit brighter here. Okay. Highlights. And then other highlights here. Alright, again, I will, now is the time to say I'll see you on the next video. see, 16, 16, okay, 16, 11. See you next video, everyone.